Hey everyone, so I'm going to be doing my January wrap-up and my February to be read. My February to be read isn't 100% exact. I may, not read some of them, I may read some of them. These are just the ones I want to read this month, but I may not get around to. The first two books I read I actually have physical copies of, so I'll just show you those first. The first one I read was Speak by Lori Halse Anderson. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I actually really liked it. It was a good book. Sad but good book. The second book I read was Chelsea Bang Bang by Chelsea Handler, and I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars as well. I think it was a hilarious book. She's always got that funny sense of humor, raw sense of humor. I recommend any of her books. I've already read one other book of hers, which is Are You There, Vodka, It's Me, Chelsea. That was a great book also, which is funny. I plan on trying to get all of her books and read them. Just, if you're bored and you want to read a book that's more funny and not so serious, yeah, I'd read this book. I'd recommend that one. So the third book I've read this month, and I have these on my tablet so you guys can actually see the pictures of it. The third book I read this month is Breathe, a Ghost Story by Cliff McNish. I think that's how you pronounce it. I lent this book to my stepsister, so I don't currently have it with me, but it was a good book. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars as well. The next two books I read, I both gave 5 stars because I absolutely loved them. The first one is Fallout by Ellen Hopkins. This is the third book. You can see it. The third book in the Crank trilogy. It was a great ending to the book, kind of interesting to see it how it's from the children's point of view and not hers. So it's actually really interesting and I enjoyed it. And the last book I ended up reading this month, which was my all-time favorite, which I have to read the other ones ASAP, is Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. And I gave this one also a 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book. I didn't want to put it down, so I'm really glad I haven't finished it. I want to read the second and third book as soon as possible. Hopefully I can buy them soon. I don't have any of them. I borrowed this one from the library on my tablet, so I read it as an ebook, but it was very enjoyable. It was my first ebook also reading, so it was kind of cool. For my first ebook was an actual book I actually really enjoyed, so I do plan on reading more ebooks. I hope you guys enjoyed this wrap up. So for my TBR for February, I do have quite a bit of books. I may not finish them all, but I do want to get started on most of them. The first two I'm actually in the middle of reading at the moment are City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. I'm about that way into it, not way too far into it as of right now, but I'm really enjoying it and I do plan on finishing it this month. The second book I'm currently reading is Kisses from Hell. This is from Kirsten Cast, Alison Noel, Kelly Armstrong, Rochelle Mead, and Frances Leah Block. I think that's how you pronounce her name. It just looks like this. I'm currently on that. This is 5 different stories from authors, and I've already read the first story. So yeah, I've already read that. So the next 3 books are 3 books I'm doing buddy reads in my book club. So the first one is Everybody Sees the Ants by A.S. King. I'd like to join in on this buddy reads, which starts, these 3 books actually I'll be reading towards the end of February, so I may not end up finishing them in February, but I am hoping to plan on starting them in February. So the first one is this one. The second one is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I have actually already started this one right here, but I kind of took a break because there is a, buddy reads and I kind of want to read this with other people, so I kind of put it down just so I can read it then. And then the last book I plan on reading in buddy reads is Sisters Read by Jackson Pierce, and this one I know 100% sure I am going to read, so yeah, I'm really excited about this one. This one doesn't start till like the 27th of this month, so I definitely won't be finishing it this month. I'll probably end up finishing it next month. And then I just have 5 more books that I kind of want to get to, but I'm not 100% sure I will. So the next one is 2A Street by Lauren Barnhold. I do want to, I've already actually started this one as well. I like to start a whole bunch of books and then not finish them. I've started this one as well. It's actually really good. I enjoyed what I've read so far of it. I kind of put it down to read City of Bones, but I do plan on picking this back up and finishing it this month. The next 4 I hope to get to. This one is Be Mine by Laura. Oh, I don't know if I could see that. Chic. It's author of The Light Before Her Eyes. It's just on Valentine's Day. So kind of this is a book I kind of want to read for Valentine's Day, but if I don't get around to it then I won't, but I'd like to. It seems kind of cool. The next one is Joyland by Stephen King. I just ended up buying this book this month, so you'll actually see it in my February book haul. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this. It looks really good. I have 2 other Stephen King books, but I wanted to give a thin Stephen King book a try first before I read his huge books that I have. So I'd like to read that. And then this, I've been talking to people about reading it as a buddy read, but we haven't picked a date, so I don't know if we're reading it when we're reading it. But this is Projection by Riza Green, and I won this in a Goodreads giveaway, so I kind of want to get to reading it. It was published in September of 2013. It's an advanced uncopy edited edition. So I kind of want to read this. It seems really interesting. Not sure if I'll 100% like it, but it seems kind of interesting. So I want to give that a try. And the last book I want to start but don't have to finish is City of Ashes, which is book 2 in the Mortal Instruments. I hope to get to this book hopefully this month. If not, I will start it next month. But once I finish City of Bones, I want to try and get to this book. So yeah, that's it for my February TBR. I hope it isn't way too many books because I'm not a fast reader, so hopefully I can get to at least most of them. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!